Well, ladies and gentlemen, you might want to hide your kids and wives real quick, put your seatbelts on, because the title of this video is that Netanyahu make threats about nuking US cities though. You don't have to like the video, you don't have to subscribe, but definitely share this video because apparently this one is also resurfacing now, so we're gonna get to that. I also gotta show you this from Redacted, and first of all, let's jump into this one. Roll it.
So this is called a duper's delight. When he's smiling, watch, he's smiling already. And he's going to smile when he talks about nuclear bombs hitting the United States.
Atomic guns in New York City, in Target, Washington, Boston.
He's smiling.
Yeah,
I'm not making that up. Am I making that up? He looks gleeful. That's called duper's delight.
Dang. If you've seen Dexter, you know what that is. But man, okay, let's get to it.
Benjamin Netanyahu did it again. Benjamin Netanyahu is the king of projection. Here he is trying to get America involved in another war in the Middle East with Iran. And let's listen to how funny he is. He's very funny.
Iran is developing now ballistic missiles that are intercontinental ballistic missiles for 8,000 kilometer range. What does that mean? They add another 3,000 kilometers and they've got under their atomic guns in New York City, in Target, Washington, Boston, Miami, Mar-a-Lago. Okay, so that is a very great.
Did you see the weird smile on his face as he was saying that? Did you see how he smiled? Mar-a-Lago. Okay.
You don't want to be under the nuclear gun of these people who are not necessarily rational and who chant death to America.
So I just want to go through.
He's talking about Iran, and yeah, so for how many decades Netanyahu has been saying, yeah, a week from now, we only got a month, we only got a week, they got nukes and all that. I mean, recently, you got Uncle Donnie, President Trump to drop like double penetration bunker busters at their nuclear facilities. They don't have the nukes right now, bro. Just relax, bro. You've done the peace deals. You've done the peace deals. Just let this be over with, bruh.
Through that, just yes. Well, first of all, here's what I tweeted about it. This actually means Bibi is desperate. He knows Americans have turned against his nonstop warmongering. If you think Iran is dumb enough to attack inside the United States, then I've got I'd like to sell you. Israel will definitely do false flags inside the U.S.
Ooh. Yeah, the word false flags right now is being thrown around a lot. You probably heard like different channels, different videos that false flag is incoming. Yeah, I don't know, man. There's so many high profile people talking about false flags coming. Do they know something that we don't? I mean, your guess is as good as mine.
No doubt about it. Israel used to bomb Jewish neighborhoods inside of Iran and blame it on Arabs. Mm-hmm. They used to, again, so if you know what the Hannibal Directive is, that means kill our own people. They used to bomb their own people to get them to move out of Iran and move to Israel. That's for real.
I mean, look into USS Liberty, and there was another operation that America tried to do on its own people, but JFK denied it. Yeah, thank God JFK didn't want that to happen. Basically, I believe it was Operation Northwood, could be wrong. Maybe I'm mixing that up, but there was an operation that was supposed to happen, but didn't happen, where America wanted to actually kill its own citizens and make it was a false flag operation, was supposed to happen, kill your own citizens, and then use that bait to go to war with another country. Thankfully that never happened, but countries are notorious for doing that. Israel is one of them, right? USS Liberty happened as well. September 11th situation, they have their fingerprints were all over that too, and there are just countless other examples as well. But does that mean that entirety of Israel citizens are bad? Absolutely not. It's just the politicians, it's the governments, right? It's like some people do that, and then your entire nation gotta actually deal with that. And the stuff that Israel has been doing in Gaza and Palestine, absolutely insane, man.
These Zionist maniacs do. They bomb their own people and then blame Arabs. And that's what he's trying to do right there. He's setting up America for Israel to do a false flag inside the United States, and they can blame it on Iran. So then the United States will go to war with Iran. Just like he got us to go to war with Iraq. Just like he got us.
There were never weapons of mass destruction. And guess what? Netanyahu gaslit. Yeah, we have this video going around, right? I want to actually get into that. So he was, while we're on the topic at hand, let's play this. Roll it.
If you take out Saddam's regime, I guarantee you that it will have enormous positive reverberations on the region. And I think
we didn't. War is never the answer, though. War creates more wars. If your dad goes out and throws stones on other people, those people are gonna throw stones back at your house too. War is never the answer, and that never really helped. Perhaps it helped. It definitely helped Netanyahu, though.
I think that people sitting right next door in Iran, young people, and many others will say, the time of such regimes, of such despots, is gone. There is a new age. Something new is happening.
And that is speculation on your part, or you have some evidence to that effect?
I was asked the same question in 1986. I had written a book in which I had said that the way to deal with regimes, well, with terror, was to deal with it.
Yeah, evidence. I wrote my book.
Bruh.
I wrote a book. That's the evidence. People gotta come together, bro. You know, social media is a cesspool of hate. Like, the algorithms are designed that way. Politicians gonna be politicians. Netanyahu has been gaslighting America for so long, getting America to fight his wars, right? Using American taxpayer dollars. So our and I'm in Canada, so it's kind of like the same thing, right? Canada-US alliance is obviously a big one. Yeah, right now there's a little bit of deterioration because of the tariffs and whatnot, but generally speaking, right, even Canadian taxpayer dollar has been going into that bull squash. But of course, America is always America most of all, like, American taxpayer dollar has been going into funding Netanyahu's wars. It never has been about America. It always has been about him, man.
Regimes, and the way to deal with the regimes, among other things, was to apply military force against them.
The way we did in Afghanistan.
The way, for example, I want to answer your question.
Well, I guess I'm running out of time, so I quickly was trying to get there. We've done, I think, what you proposed in Afghanistan, yet I haven't seen that sort of neighborhood effect.
Well, I think there's been an enormous effect. The effect was, we were told that there would be a contrary effect. First of all, people said that there would be tens of thousands of people streaming into Afghanistan, zealots who would be outraged by America's action, and this would produce a counter-reaction in the Arab world.
But I think you're not saying that when you take an action like we did in Afghanistan, we're going to see all the other countries just fold.
No, what we saw is something else. First of all, we saw everybody streaming out of Afghanistan. The second thing we saw is all the Arab countries and many Muslim countries trying to side with America, trying to be okay with America. The application of power is the most important thing in winning the war on terror. If I had to say, what are the three principles of winning the war on terror? It's like, what are the three principles of real estate, the three L's, location, location, location? The three principles of winning the war on terror are the three W's, winning, winning, and winning. The more victories you amass, the easier the next victory becomes. The first victory in Afghanistan makes the second victory in Iraq that much easier. The second victory in Iraq will make the third victory that much easier too, but it may change the nature of achieving that victory.
He has been gaslighting America for so long, man. You gotta fight your own wars, man.
Has to go to war in Syria.
And what wars, bro? Like, and what wars? You know, you're causing all the unrest in the world.
It's like he got us to go to war, Libya, all that stuff. This is wow. So here's what
I want to get to that in a bit.
Hustler says, Florida Hustler. Really? I didn't know you bombed the shit out of them during didn't you just bomb the shit out of them during Operation Midnight Hammer and say that their nuclear program has been set back years, but now they can nuke us? So I just want you to show you. Here's the weird thing about what he says. Listen to how dumb this is, what he says. I'll point it out.
They're developing now.
They're developing now.
Ballistic missiles that are intercontinental ballistic missiles for 8,000 kilometer range.
So they're right now they're working on missiles that can go.
Yeah, let's be real. If they do develop a nuke, they're probably gonna. Okay, I cannot say that. They're not gonna go hard against the U.S. They're probably gonna go hard against Israel, bro. Let's be real. Let's hope that never happens, though. Let's hope for peace everywhere, bro. But yeah, man. Like, this man, you only are one bad politician away, man.
Go 8,000 miles. Well, Iran's farther than 8,000 miles away from the United States. If they launched a missile at 8,000 miles, it would land somewhere in the middle of the Atlantic. So he says this.
Does that mean they add another 3,000 kilometers and they've got under their gun, under their...
So all they have to do is, after they build this 8,000 mile missile, which they don't have, then they just have to build one that's 3,000 more that they don't have, and then they'll have one that could reach, and then watch how... So is that the dumbest sales pitch you ever heard? Right now they're working on missiles that go 8,000 miles. All they have to do is make one that goes 12,000 miles. 3,000 miles more than the one they already don't have.
Yeah, America, they're gonna nuke ass. They're gonna nuke y'all asses, man. Go to war, man. Yeah, you gotta do it. You gotta do it for me. You gotta do it for me. That's basically what he's trying to get at, bro. Just insane, man. Like, stop with the bullshit, bro.
And then watch. So this is called a duper's delight. When he's smiling. Watch, he's smiling already, and he's gonna smile when he talks about nuclear bombs hitting the United States.
Atomic guns. In New York City, in Target, Washington, Boston.
He's smiling. I'm not making that up. Am I making that up? He looks gleeful. That's called duper's delight.
he's so used to war that it's like, yeah, man, another one, nuclear war, yeah, man, you know, whatever, bro. Yeah, man, we don't need that, bro. The planet don't need that, bro.
Miami?
What? Now, nice big, now big smile. Come on, for the camera. Now talk about where the president lives and smile big.
Mar-a-Lago.
Mar-a-Lago. Ha! That would be great. That would be great if there was a bomb. Oh my God, that fell at Mar-a-Lago. Woo! Then we could get every war we ever wanted. We could have them reinvade Iraq if we wanted.
He literally told us there's no question whatsoever that Iraq has weapons of mass destruction.
No question.
Like,
he said if we toppled Saddam Hussein in Iraq, peace would spread out across the middle.
And we all know what's happening right now in Europe, bro. We all know what's happening. There were never weapons of mass destruction there. He got America to bomb them. And now the migration issues is a big one too. That is also happening. War is never the answer, man. Because in peace, there's no money, man. There's no control. There's no power. Because if everybody's like friendly with each other, if there is peace, then yeah, we don't have any issues. So how do you make money? You cannot rule. You can, you know, it's all about divide and conquer. You know, make enemies for the sake of making enemies, and then, you know, hey, be on my side, and then you win votes that way very easily. Because if there is an enemy, you gotta fight. Hey, tell everybody about it. That's the enemy. You know, we gotta fight them. So give me votes, and I'll do that for you. And you stay in power. You make money. You know, that's how military complex makes money as well. Rumors. You make money on the rumors of war.
And so now, this is BB letting you know. To me, the way I take it, they're getting ready to do a false flag in the United States. And just so Mohammed Safa puts out, Netanyahu said that Iran could soon target the United States with ICBMs. Israel's ICBMs have been able to reach everywhere in red for over a decade. The nuclear threat is Israel, not Iran. Iran doesn't even have nuclear bombs. Israel does. Israel is now bombing 8 different countries at once.
My God, yo.
Unprovoked. 8 different countries at once. They're the terrorists in the Middle East is Israel. They're not our ally. They're our drunk friend who
they hit up Qatar as well, right? And then Qatar, now their morale is very low in America. America got like so many bases in Qatar, right? They shared their bases. It's Qatar and other Middle Eastern countries are very much allied with US, but you know, Israel always does that bullshit and cause all of these issues. Bullshit,
they're our drunk friends who get us in bar fights every time we go out. That's who gets, as Dave Smith said, they're our drunk friends who get us in bar fights every time we go out. That's what it is. They're not our ally. They're our blackmailers. So yeah, this is Israel, and they have missiles that could reach everywhere. So wouldn't that be something if they nuked America and tried to blame it on Iran? Wouldn't put it past them. Uncensored AI says when Benjamin Netanyahu says Iran is going to nuke America, he means Israel is going to nuke America and blame Iran to try to get us over to go to war with Iran for Israel. Well, I already beat you to it, Uncensored AI. I beat you to it. That's let's see, 18 p.m. Let me see. When did I make my?
Yeah, there we go. Okay.
Oh, we don't have. Got to cut off. Can't tell you when I did it.
There
got cut off. Dang it!
Shout out to Redacted. Check this.
Olive trees and whatnot. Again, I refer you to the report from Breaking the Silence, which is a group of former IDF soldiers who said from the horse's mouth what they've done. So if Israel is, President Trump said Israel's not going to occupy Gaza. But in that map, if we can refer to it again, that third line is where they intend to stay along the borderlands, which they created intentionally early in the conflict. And so that's not occupying Gaza. Do you see what I'm saying here? I mean, take a look at this peripheral line. So again, also,
I really hope the deal lasts, but based off of what has happened in the past and based off what's happening, yeah, it's really hard to. It's really hard, man. Really hard to believe if the peace deal is gonna last or not. I hope it does, man, you know?
A few other things we don't know. Will the Palestinian prisoners be released? They are just as much hostages as the Israelis who are being held by Hamas. What happens to them? The number that we've been given does not include the roughly 4,000 Palestinians already in custody prior to October 7th.
So Hamas got 20-some, right? That's the number being thrown around. Now, some reports are saying Israel got 5,000. Some are saying 1,700. I've heard that number. She's saying Israel got 4,000 Palestinian under custody. Holy crap, man.
Due to Israel's illegal practice of administrative detention, meaning their well-being remains a question mark if they're even still alive. The Jerusalem Post is reporting that Hamas has given a list of who they want back. But the world doesn't care about them. They only care about the Israeli hostages. We've talked about that many times. So will this peace deal hold? We're going to ask Colonel Macgregor, who is one of the most prescient voices on this, and he usually is right when it comes to these types of things. So thank you for coming back to Redacted, sir.
Great to see you,
Sure.
Colonel.
It's always
All right, let me read to you.
question.
Great to. Sorry, a little. No, we had a little bit of delay. Let me read. So President Trump seems pretty jubilant about this, tweeting, "This is a great day for everyone. Peacemakers need to be blessed." Netanyahu posts this: "A great day for Israel. Tomorrow I will convene the government to approve the agreement and bring all of our dear hostages home," which, as we've reported on the show before, he hasn't seemed to really care about the hostages, and the families that are in Israel who've been protesting him have been echoing those sentiments. He says, "I think the heroic soldiers of the IDF and all the security forces, thanks to those who courage and sacrifice, we have reached this day. I thank from the depths of my heart President Trump, his team for their mobilization for the sacred mission of releasing our hostages. With the help of the Almighty, together we will continue to achieve our goals and expand peace with our neighbors." So
Right.
achieve
Peaceful.
all of our goals. What are the
Yeah, achieve all goals. Peaceful bombings with tactical peaceful strikes, right? Tactical peaceful strikes, yeah. Man.
goals?
The goals for the Israelis is ultimately the complete destruction of the Palestinian people, either in Gaza or on the West Bank. I don't think that goal has changed at all. I think what we're seeing right now is an agreement that will be initially approved and celebrated until all the hostages are delivered, and then I think the Israelis will find some reason to back out of it, and we'll be back to where we were. That's my best and most optimistic forecast.
Well, can we refer to the map again? This is the map that President Trump.
That's crazy that people don't even have any more confidence left. I'm not blaming people. I'm not blaming him. I'm not blaming any of you for not having confidence. I'm just pointing this out that nobody got confidence anymore. No matter how much you're gonna say like peace deals, this, that, sign this, sign that, you got no confidence because they have broken that. When I say they, I mean Israel has broken, specifically Netanyahu has broken so much of that trust that nobody got confidence anymore. You know, I really hope though. You know, one can only hope though. But yeah, even I don't have that much confidence though. So.
Proposed last week, which is initial withdrawal to the yellow line, then the red line, and then the peripheral has permanent Israeli IDF presence in Gaza, unless I'm reading this wrong. So him saying Israel will not occupy Gaza, except they will secure the border. What do you make of that? And am I reading this wrong?
No, and I think this is to ensure that there is no Palestinian state. Remember, implicit in all of this is now a two-state solution. I've never believed that such a thing was really possible. I think these two
and already, like, even after the peace deals, Israel has refused to recognize Palestine, right? So they have refused to. So it's very much clear. Yeah, it's very much
a death
clear,
grip
right?
and a fight to the death. So I see this as temporary. I think President Trump has really pushed hard, and I give the president credit for getting this far. But I think it's not going to work. So whatever happens, it's going to happen after he makes his speech to the Knesset and leaves Israel. Down the line, it will fall apart. There is no interest on the part of Mr. Netanyahu or his coalition, or for that matter, most Israelis, to sign on for this thing. They will have lost the war for all intents and purposes if they do.
Netanyahu, of course, as we recounted yesterday on the show, prior to October 7th, hundreds of thousands of Israelis in the street demanding that he resign because of his corrupt government, because of his power grab with the judiciary. All of that was forgotten after October 7th, of course, but that sentiment still exists. And so I think it's been well reported that once these hostages are returned, and if there is to be an end to the war, would that ultimately mean the end of Netanyahu? And therefore, there's no chance that he's going to go.
And you know, the craziest part here is that right now, a lot of the high-profile people saying that there are false flags. There are going to be false flags happening in America. And if that is true, Israel is going to get all the support back. Because right now, they're losing support, and we've all seen... Israel has, this is not even a rumor, Netanyahu has officially said on TV they're gonna be paying influencers $7,000 per post for speaking good about them, right? Because they're losing the fight, so they're gonna have to create something, and we're hearing about false flags, and if that happens, they're gonna use that, get people on their side, create more hatred online, get people on their side, and essentially continue the bombings and all that, the peaceful bombings, man. When so many people, high-profile people saying false flags come in, then it's all pre-planned. Yeah, what do they know that we don't?
Along with this, ultimately.
Well, I think part of the reason for President Trump's visit is to strengthen Netanyahu. Let's not be confused here. The two men are linked in every sense of the word. And President Trump is not interested in seeing Netanyahu replaced by somebody else. This is the man he's doing business with. He's confident that Netanyahu can deliver for him. I think Netanyahu is ultimately going to do what he wants to do and what he thinks is in the interest of Israel. And again, I don't see how this agreement in any way, shape, or form does more than provide a temporary respite from the war.
Hamas has lots of cash. Hamas continues to fight all up and down the Gaza Strip. If the Israelis show up somewhere for any length of time, they're under attack. Gaza has replenished Hamas has replenished its losses. And the three parties, Egyptians, the Turks, and I guess it's Jordan, I can't remember now. They're all
He mentions the Qataris.
Yeah, excuse me, the Qataris. They're all in this together. Nobody is neutral. We're not neutral. We're absolutely trying to do everything in our power to help and secure Israel. But Israel wants more. It's not satisfied with a new arrangement that effectively codifies the existence of the Palestinian state. And if they sign on for this agreement and they live up to it, they're going to get a two-state solution, which is something they adamantly oppose. And the three, the Qataris, the Turks, and the Egyptians, they have an agenda which is equally destructive to Israel. And the Egyptians in particular, as you know, are very anxious to drag us back into the region as some sort of peacekeeping force, as an insurance policy against what could happen to them down the line if the Israelis decide to attack. I just don't see this working.
Dang. You guys heard about the bears.
Dang. So yeah, America always gonna be America is gonna be the world police, and they always want to have America fighting their wars. Let's see what happens. Let's hope for a good outcome. Check out this video on the screen. We covered the UFO topic, the alien baddies topic as well. We have a lot of like alien stuff going around as well. Check it out, and I'll see you right there.